The joyful moments of Chung E, a child king, on set. Welcome back to Sohu Media, the place where heartwarming stories from the entertainment world find a cozy home. Today, let's dive straight into a side of Chung E you may not see on screen. A playful, unexpectedly tender version of him that turns every filming day into a small festival of laughter. Ready? Let's get into the good stuff. What makes a grown actor transform into the unofficial ruler of kids on set? In Cheng Yi's case, the answer begins with a tiny girl and a missing baby tooth. During filming for The Sword of Souls, he noticed a young actress whose tears were rolling down faster than her courage. Her tooth had fallen out, and her little world felt like it was collapsing. Chung E didn't comfort her with cliches. Instead, he mimicked her trembling voice, repeating, "I'm so sad today," while gently pinching her cheeks. He even teased, "Your tooth is about to fall out," a line silly enough to stop her tears midstream. That small spark of humor lit up her whole mood. Suddenly, the sadness faded, replaced by giggles. Another day, he encountered a boy fascinated by martial arts. Instead of brushing off the child's curiosity, Chung E went all in. He demonstrated inner energy transfer, declaring with mock seriousness that he would unblock your run and do meridians, referencing classical martial arts concepts. With dramatic sound effects and exaggerated poses, he built an entire fantasy world for the child, and the boy beamed with excitement. In that moment, Chung E wasn't an aloof star. He was the hero of a 3-minute imaginary wuxia universe. He also has a hilarious philosophy of brotherhood. While filming, he once shared a prop throne with a little co-actor, insisting brothers should share happiness. The image of two kings sharing a tiny wooden throne became an inside joke on set. Crew members even nicknamed the boy Fu, the real-life version of the internet's famous 3-year-old boy. This playful contrast becomes even more striking once you remember his character in Heaven and Earth, Sword Heart. On screen, Chung E plays Wang Fu Gue, a cold, distant figure who rarely lets emotions slip. But off-camera, the frost melts instantly. After complex action scenes, he switches modes without warning, letting out animal noises to make kids laugh or jumping lightly in his costume while shouting Bai Lu with his own sound effects. How can a man in magnificent ancient robes look that adorable? Only Chung E knows. Yet, the most touching part isn't the jokes. It's the small, almost invisible acts of care. Chung E instinctively lowers himself by squatting or kneeling so he can look kids in the eye. When handing over props, he turns the handle toward the child, easing their anxiety. When a young actor trembled from stage fright, he carried the kid throughout the scene, fed him blueberries, and whispered, "You're the most handsome one here." And when an extra slipped and fell, Chung E rushed over, lifting him up gently while making a joke to dissolve the embarrassment. His patience might be his greatest charm. Once, to comfort a frustrated child, he improvised a gentle swirl dance, spinning softly and encouraging the kid until the mood brightened. Another day, he conducted an impromptu children's choir. The crew now calls him the official mood maker of the set. The public has noticed this side of him too. Fans admit, when he smiles at the kids, he looks like a future gentle father. The hashtag Soul is Cheng Yi's child amassed over 80 million views in a single day, proving how much people adore this contrast between stoic actor and warm-hearted guardian. Directors praise him for using childlike innocence to dissolve on-set pressure, and extras say he's the only lead actor who helps the crew's kids with their homework. Even more fascinating, the kindness of his real personality mirrors his role as Wang Fu Gue, who protects ordinary people in the drama. On set, Chung E protects something far more fragile, the innocence of childhood. One crew member summed it up beautifully. He doesn't try to please children. He simply has a child's heart. And perhaps that's what makes him shine so brightly. In an industry buzzing with noise, Chung E stands out not through grandeur, but through warmth. When adults kneel down to speak with flowers, spring quietly returns to the set. Recently, the production team released new behind-the-scenes footage of Heaven and Earth, Sword Heart, including a clip of Chung E waving and saying a soft goodbye to a little girl holding flowers. It spread wildly online, sparking demands for a bonus segment titled A Day in the Life of Chung E and Kids. If you want more stories like this, fun, touching, and full of personality. Don't forget to subscribe to Sohu Media. See you in the next update.